What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to Southern Guns again. Been a while since the last video. I apologize. Work, stuff like that's gotten away. You know how it goes, man. Ammo's hard to find these days. But anyways, again, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you coming to my channel today. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. All right, let's jump into it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Obviously, we know what today's video is going to be on. It is on the Sig Cross. I've had this for a couple of months. I've been kind of playing around with it. I've just now started getting a little bit more serious as the time's going on, just slowly easing into it. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not a hunter. I know that this has been marketed as a precision hunting rifle, something like that. Anyway, so I'm not coming at this from a hunter standpoint. I'm coming at this more of a tactical standpoint, I guess you could say. More from the aspect of possibly law enforcement, military, something to that effect, if you see where I'm going with this. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, so as the video showed, quite unassuming little bag. That's the point of it. The whole point of this bag is to look unassuming. You want to be discreet. Sometimes being subtle is a good thing. See what we got in the bag. Ta-da! Sig Cross bolt action rifle. Go ahead and check and make sure the gun's on safe. Gun is on safe. If you do notice, it does have AR firing control set up, if you're familiar. Or as one guy said on Facebook, if you were raised on the AR M16 platform, these controls should be fairly familiar to you. Rotate for fire, flip back down for safe. Now we're going to go ahead and check, make sure it's empty. Gun is empty. Cool. So what we have here is the Sig Cross rifle. Sig came out with this, and I got my own opinion as to how they came out with this. I don't really know the details. I'm just kind of hypothesizing. Hypothesize. You like that word, don't you? Hypothesize. Okay. Sorry, I had a little bit of laugh there with that one. So my belief is once Sig parted ways with maybe some engineers or people, designers, they were left with particular designs and decided to go forward, while other people might have founded their own company and decided to go forward with theirs, which is why, in my personal opinion and nobody else's, just from timeline and just what I've seen, this might bear a striking resemblance to another gun. Into that. Move forward. So what we have here, as I said before, is the Sig Cross bolt action rifle. The Sig Cross is a 16-inch compact hunting rifle. The barrel itself is a stainless steel barrel with a 1 in 10 twist with a barrel nut, obviously, to accept different type of muzzle devices, from brakes, flash hiders, whatever else, compensators. And of course, you want to try and put, if you're a gentleman, which I wish I was, I'm not. If you're a gentleman, you would put a suppressor on, because clearly being loud is sometimes rude. The Sig Cross also comes with a neat little folding stock, as you can see. Oops. The stock is foldable, compacting this down to a very compact size. The other things about this I do appreciate, Sig also did make sure to pretty much think of all the little bells and whistles. They made sure to have cheek riser. Okay. They also, if you look, you can loosen this and have length of adjustment for length of pull. Another little cool feature that I didn't notice until recently is if you press a little button here on the side, you can actually adjust this up and down for whatever shooting position you're in. And it may change from prone to kneeling to standing or whatever else. Sig also has the Picatinny rail already attached, and unlike other guns, name shall not be mentioned, this gun accepts AI style magazines. So Magpul does make the magazines for a discounted price. This is a 5-round magazine, as you can tell. Now, the gun in itself is an amazingly light rifle. It is only 6.5 pounds. All the other accessories, however, adds a substantial amount of weight, and then that's when you start catching on and start noticing that, oh, there's some things going on here. Let's go ahead. Let's continue to move forward though. So we've already talked about from the stock here. Let's go ahead and move forward. We have standard AR controls. Safe to fire, pretty simple, right? Very intuitive. If you have, again, grown up on the AR platform, most of young men today who have served for the past 20 years, be a substantial amount, probably grown up on that, so they probably understand how this works. Rotate your selector switch, simple. Even my 9-year-old daughter can figure that out. It is a manual bolt action rifle, so again, you do have to sample the bolt for every shot fired. As I said, it does take AI style magazines. This is Sig's proprietary follower, which, if you can tell, it actually has the follower being pushed up so it actually ramps up. Really cool. I wish that Magpul would actually put that on all the rest of theirs, which is funny. If you look on the side, it actually states that this is a Magpul Industries Magpul Industries whatever you want to say, PMAG. It's kind of weird. I wish Magpul would put it on the rest of theirs. As you can hear the click, it's locked into place. That's a 5-round magazine. Sig also has their proprietary barrel nut, their barrel, and then a rail that accepts M-LOK accessories such as the Magpul bipod. Okay. Other accessories on here is the Magpul bipod, and then the only scope that I just happen to have lying around that I did not have being used at the time, which would be my Trijicon AccuPoints. All right, how did it shoot? That's a better question. Well, let's go to the range and find out. Let's see how this shot at the range, and we'll see. Before I go too far forward on that, I want to put a disclaimer real quick that I shot various different rounds to see how this gun fired, how it grouped with different load combinations, different powders, different types of bullets, different weights of bullets. So I'm not trying to zero it dead center as much as I'm trying to see how the groups were, and then I go from there. And then once I find the groups, then I find what is the best group. Then we're going to turn around and go and start working our way forward with our reloading process. And if anybody's interested, of course, that can be for another video.
Brett was already down here, so I cruised over Doug's. A little bit. Like, usually hitting the radio. Hey, wait a minute, screwdriver.
So I want to bring something up real quick, just something I just noticed and I wanted to point out while we're watching those shooting videos, one of the things I noticed is, if you ever notice, 2 rounds seem to be fairly close, and the 3rd round always seems to be, is not as close. Let's just put it like that. I know that this has been billed as a precision hunting rifle, but at this price point, you know, kind of want a little bit better. But again, we're still learning the rifle, still getting into it. So back to the video.
Well, this is my new one.
Okay, before we go any farther forward, I want to point out a lot of these groups actually has been pretty decent. They've been about 1 inch or better. Roughly 1 inch groups is what this thing's producing, regardless of the ammo that I'm shooting, which is something that's really nice to see. But again, I really want better. Now, I'm not saying that the guns cannot be shot better. I'm just saying that I know that I can shoot better. So, what's my opinion on the gun? The gun shoots phenomenal. I mean, it is a great shooter. I think that there's days I just don't have good days. I think there's good days and there's bad days, and that's me. That's not the gun. I do have and have shot better groups with this gun. If you look at the picture right there, you will see a group that I actually shot, and I actually had a friend of mine there. I was showing him the rifle, and he wanted to see how it shot. Shot it, let him see how it grouped. He was pretty impressed. So again, the gun is capable of phenomenal groups. And like I said though, there's just good days and off days. Now we're back to the end. We've shot it. We've talked about different features. Let's try and see what, you know, my final opinion is. For a compact rifle, which is exactly what this is, and exactly the features that it fills and the role that it can fill, I think this is an excellent rifle. It is extremely light. It is compact. It can be very discreet if you need to go in somewhere and you don't want everybody seeing you, or you need to be subtle about your whatever your operation that you're attempting to do. I think this is very good. I don't think there is a lot that I can say about the rifle, and I do have some opinions on it, things I would like to see different. But again, that's just from my preference, whether it be the QD mounts. I think I'd rather see some QD mounts mounted where when I actually have the rifle folded, I would rather have seen one maybe here. That way when the rifle's folded, regardless if it's folded or not, I can still have my sling on. That's more of just a personal preference. I don't know if that's something that could have been installed at a later, could have been done differently. I don't know if, you know, Sig was just trying to keep the weight down, but that's just a preference. I hope that the aftermarket community really supports this rifle, because it does have a lot of potential, just like the Ruger Precision rifle. I think that this rifle could be an amazing rifle. I think the Ruger Precision is a strong contender to this rifle. Again, talking about other brands, there is another rifle. Now, do I think this rifle is the end-all be-all? No. Do I think there is better? Yes. If I had $1,500, what would I buy? If I had $1,500 and I want something that's compact that I could carry around, I ain't gotta worry about a huge case and it's heavy, I would buy this over a Ruger Precision. If I had $3 grand and I said I want to buy whatever I want, I would buy the Q-Fix. It is what it is. But if you don't have $3 grand and you only have $1,500, buy this, and you're not gonna really complain too much. Overall, am I happy with the buy? Yes. Will I continue shooting this rifle? Most definitely. There is I'm gonna try and do a separate video on the Magpul bipod. Stay tuned for that one. That one's gonna be a whole other discussion because we got some things to talk about on that. Okay, guys. Like I said before, if you like my video, please comment, like, subscribe, share it. Just, you know, show me some feedback. Show me that y'all like, and I really appreciate it. You know how it is. Smash that like and subscribe button. Again, I appreciate the video. I'm gonna try to push out a few more here soon. Try to get one out a week. If you got any comments, drop them down, and I will try my best to answer them. And if y'all ever in the Alabama area and y'all are going to the CMP, shoot me a message. Maybe we can go shooting sometime if I'm off. It just depends, you know how that goes. Of course, I'd love to try and take some, you know, if y'all out there and y'all say, hey man, you want to go shoot? Maybe I can try and learn something from you, man. I would love to. All right, next video. Later.